What's up, beautiful people? Another day, another study. It's estimated by 2050 that dementia rates are going to triple from over 52 million people with dementia in 2019 to almost 160 million people with dementia in 2050 worldwide. In 2019, the estimated worldwide cost of dementia was $1.3 trillion. So this is a public health crisis. We've talked about dementia and cognitive health a lot before. I'm an ApoE4 carrier, so I look for ways to lower my dementia risk. There's an interesting concept called cognitive reserve. And cognitive reserve is essentially when you look at two people and they may have identical looking brain scans, and those brain scans show similar pathology, where one person maintains their cognitive function and another person does not. They may even have similar laboratory markers that may suggest dementia, but the function of the brain is different. And that is cognitive reserve. And we know things like exercise are great for improving cognitive reserve, our ability to maintain cognitive function, even with significant brain injury or insult or pathology. So there is evidence showing that being musically inclined, playing a musical instrument, is associated with better cognitive health. This study explored the relationship between musical instruments and singing on cognitive function in older adults. The most common instruments they saw were the keyboard and woodwind instruments. Participants who reported playing an instrument performed significantly better on working memory and executive function tests. The keyboard players actually performed the best on working memory, and the woodwind players performed better on executive function. And in fact, singing was associated with increased executive function in the domain of total verbal reasoning. And overall, participants who had higher musical ability, whether that was singing or playing an instrument, performed better on working memory and the test of digit span. The effect sizes were pretty small, but it's in line with what we saw with previous studies and the fact that musical instruments or singing or developing musical talent can be done at any age. It can be done relatively cheaply, and I don't know of any serious adverse effects that could possibly happen. It's great for our cost-benefit risk ratio, and it is something that I plan to institute in my life after I get through this current phase of my life. I plan to learn the keyboard. I actually have a good friend who teaches that, so maybe he'll be able to help me learn how to play keyboard. I'm really interested in doing that. My wife is musically inclined. Maybe our kids will be musically inclined. Who knows? Okay, thanks for listening. God bless.